What's happening, everybody? I'm back. It's me, your resident supervillain, Mr. J. Washington, and I am here with my review for Season 3, Episode 8 of Black Lightning on the CW. Now, if you have not seen this episode yet, I say the same thing every week, so you should already know it's going to be spoilers. I made sure I checked out this episode, because not only am I a fan of the show, we know this is the last show before Crisis begins, as well as everybody's going into their mid-season breaks, mid-season finales. So it starts off with Tobias talking to the computer-animated voice in the pit, and him letting it be known that I'm not a meta. I'm not like everybody else down here. I'm something different. And you find out he was born in 1946, so people are thinking, yo, remember, his serum not only is a super steroid, but it also keeps him young. So that's why when he was de-aged, because he didn't have it, he reverted back to the age in which we know him as. And so there is that. You also see Jefferson waking up alone, missing Lynn in the bed. Now we're getting similar vibes to what we had in Season 1. Now if you remember in Season 1, Jefferson and Lynn were divorced. You know, she didn't like that he still wanted to be Black Lightning, and she was living her life, and then Jefferson was living his life, and she thought at one point that the former vice principal was trying to flirt with him and all this other stuff. So now, but Lynn being so engaged and so high out of her mind, let's call it that, in the pit and trying to save the pod kids, trying to save the metas, trying to figure out new ways and cures, and even with the virus, and also being addicted to green light is really, really hurting her. You see Gambi running tests on Anissa. Her powers are back as Thunder. She still has the mark. Which, first of all, I was looking at my notes, if you can't tell, and I was going to go down point by point of what I wrote down, and like, yo, I should talk about all these things in this order. And then I was thinking to myself, no, because I don't want to do that. One of the things I've been loving this season, I told you about it in the previous reviews, is that the dialogue that has been written when it comes to disses has been c'est magnifique. Tobias telling Lynn, yo, tell me, is he a fan of Earth, Wind, and Fire? Or is it Parliament? Or Bootsy Collins? Like, you gotta get it because of the way the suit looks now on Black Lightning, and so I can see what the symbolist and to do the comparison comes in. Also, you find out that Tobias wants Lynn to give him one of the meta's DNAs, primarily Miriam, the Muslim girl we saw in the earlier episodes who has the ability to camouflage, which is her name. Splice her genes with his genes. Why the fuck? I felt like, because I'd been eating cauliflower au gratin, you know, so I'm out here trying to be healthy, eating all my cauliflower, and you know what I'm saying, being vegan-ish. And so I was like, I feel like I got cauliflower on my beard. Anyway, go tea, whatever. But he tells her to splice her DNA into his. So not only would that make Tobias super strong, it would make him the ability to be invisible, per se. Camouflage. You find out that also, he also breaks down to Lynn what they're doing with the metas. And Lynn finds out they've been the ASA has been making their own version of green light again and stockpiling it. And it just looked like a whole bunch of lime green Kool-Aid, or green apple Kool-Aid. It's like, they were like, yo, just add a little bit of food coloring. But also, Jefferson officially wages war on the ASA with the help of the insurgents and Henderson. And this is all because of Mrs. I'm sorry, what was her name? I had it. Mrs. Shepard, who didn't want to leave her building, which, by the way, shouts out to Miss Shepard being a real one, growing all the good ganja in the crib, and even saying the reason she does it is because she cannot afford to live normally on a regular teacher salary. Which, again, I say it every week, this show drops real-life, realistic gems in the form of the conversation and the story as it moves forward. And that is definitely one of them. One of the things we've been talking about outside of this world and hearing on the news are a lot of teachers are striking because of their pay and the workload in which they're expected to handle, not just teaching students, but being more guidance counselors and everything else on addition to that. And the pay doesn't equate the duties. And so for her to say she got to supplement it, like, yo, so we know finally Freeland is in Georgia. I mean, they've said it a couple times, but it's official. Freeland is in Georgia. I always call it Atlanta Light. Yo, what's the weed situation in Freeland? Like, yo, why they just can't go to Atlanta, but now you go to Miss Shepard crib and, you know what I'm saying, she got that good. I wonder what type of flavors do she got. Do she got that lemon zest? Do she got the Girl Scout cookies? Do she got that purple haze? Do she got some Gorilla Glue? Cause Jesus, like I need to know, like she got that good. I'm sorry, I'm promoting marijuana usage here on the channel, which I try not to do. Let me stop bullshitting. But anyway, I'm just having fun right now with it. But like I said, it causes for the ASA want to use her building as a stronghold, and so they've already evicted all of the other tenants. And Jefferson and Henderson are like, no. Henderson is trying to stop Williams from coming in, and Jefferson is like, he's trying to talk to Miss Shepherd as himself, and she's like, she won't go. But then he just literally realizes, I got to go all out with battling the ASA, and he does. In that process, while we're seeing it happen, we see a split transition where you find out that Anissa's with Gambi in Gambi's lair. And she's like, my dad needs help. I got to go put my suit on. And she's about to go put on the Blackbird suit. And Gambi's like, I think you're missing something. I think Thunder needs to show up. And so we see the return of Thunder. It has been 8 episodes, pretty much almost 8 episodes a season since we've seen Thunder. And I think that is a good way to bring her back. It was needed. It works. My question is now, will we do see her being both? We see her being Blackbird and both in this episode. The question is, will we see that going further? Because I know Blackbird is with the insurgents. Now, what happens when they go ahead and say it's Thunder? Does that change, or do they leave it separate? I'm wondering about that. Because you have the same abilities in both, Blackbird and Thunder. You have different personalities in Blackbird and Thunder. But it'll be interesting to see where they go with that. What was another thing? Painkiller is brought into Franklin Terrace, because remember in the previous episode, his new target is officially Black Lightning, and he has his run-in with Thunder. Now, the crazy part in the dialogue was Thunder said, remember me. Here's the problem. He didn't fight Thunder. He fought Blackbird. Blackbird, who is dressed similar to the DC villain Komodo, with a hood and the mask on. You really can't tell. Now, Thunder, yes, she has the Bianca Belair ponytail and the goggles, but you can't tell those are the same people. Also, the shapes are different. I'm just going to keep it real. Nafisa's the homie. When Nafisa has on the Thunder suit, it accentuates her curves. Blackbird, it does, but not as much. They look like two completely different body types. So how would Painkiller know that Blackbird is Thunder? Well, nonetheless, they get to battle it. And for some reason, as Thunder now, she can whoop his ass. I was so confused about his fight. Because again, Blackbird and Thunder are the same person. The personality changes. The abilities are the same. And she proceeds to whoop his ass as Thunder. And I guess it's that payback and, you got the best of me the first time. But at the same sense, Painkiller has steadily been training. We've seen him torture his sparring partners. So just as much as she would get better, he would too. And him having already bested her, you haven't seen any real training from Anissa, her just healing from the anti-venom that he put in her before. It's like, how would that add up? I don't know if everybody else caught that, but I definitely did. It's something that makes me wonder. Now, again, I tell you guys weekly, I know a lot of things are going on with the cast, crew, writing, production, and all that. So I wonder if the original format addressed this or had it go a little bit different, or if this was changes made to suit the return of Thunder. Like, again, I have no problem seeing Thunder come back whooping ass, because that's what she should do. But whooping ass against, like, her beating up on the ASA, that's what it is. The ASA are lower tier goons, if you will. But to be able to damn near instantly beat up on Thunder, beat up on Painkiller was kind of, But it goes in the fight until she cracks his glasses, and that's when she notices it is Khalil. And then she thunderclaps his ass out of a window. So now, remember, Lynn told Gambi in the previous episode, Jen can't know that he's alive, right? This is between Lynn and Gambi. They know. Anissa now knows. She's automatically going to tell Jefferson, right? That goes beyond, without saying. Will she tell Jennifer? And will that make Jennifer eventually resent her mom. Of course, she'll resent Odell and everything else because, again, he's a pawn of the ASA. Speaking of Jen, you see her with Brandon again, and I'm trying my hardest to get into Joaquin Guillory, the young man who plays Brandon, and because knowing who he is, he's Geoforce, getting his abilities and whatnot, it's the dialogue. It seems forced for me with him, like. When he's talking, I get the level he's supposed to have with the emotion, but like it just sounds like it's forcing. Like Jen, that's what she do. That's her. It's a young girl growing up. She got a lot on her, you know what I'm saying, a lot on her shoulders, like more than he even knows about, and it doesn't always flow forced. But that with him sounds forced, and then her trying to understand more about what their powers do together. The fact that he even said because he controls the earth, he can ground her. So, what I think is happening, and I said it the last review, they are going to start having them have this fall in love type moment, and that is when the Khalil return, or Painkiller, however he's going to be addressed, comes into play. Lynn, so once, I forgot to go back, when Jefferson is letting out this all-out assault against the ASA with Thunder, and has his stands. First of all, let's talk about the battle with Commander Williams, played by Christopher B. Duncan, a.k.a. Braxton P. Hartnebrig. I don't know why I got so tongue-tied, because my brain was thinking faster than it should have. Now, we knew Williams was a meta. We knew this. And I believe his ability is he can absorb the ability and reflect it back. And so he has the same ability as Jefferson. And he goes back and forth. They go on this full-on lightning, hand-on-hand, black-on-black man, blue-on-blue streak, duel, right? And then, he's like, yo, we got all this electricity. And then, Black Lightning's like, yeah, I do too, but here's the thing. It's a lot of electricity coursing through your nervous system. And I got this suit to protect me. You don't. And William goes, you're right. Okay, so then he sort of drops, right? The ASA dudes started to carry him out. Did anybody else pay attention to how when he was on the ground, he all of a sudden just went, ugh. I was like, are you fucking serious? Are you fucking serious? Did he really just go, ugh? Like, yo, I get you want to have this flare, this dramatic death or pass out, but that was just, whoo, way the hell out there. But nonetheless, when that happens, Gambi is alerted that the ASA is now trying to keep Lynn prisoner. And he tells her because Jefferson is at war with them. And she's like, God damn it, Jeff. Because Jefferson's at war, if they can't get him, they will keep her. So now he's trying to escort her out the pit. And she goes by, she's getting away. And at one point he tells her to wait. And she goes and she runs into a guard. She's about to go the other way and the guard lets her go past. Now when she finally gets out, Gambi's van is there, right? Lynn running and drop her bag. With everything, she got vials of the cure. She got her green light pills, everything. This was the most dope head move I've ever seen in this show. Lynn in the back of the van, like, I got to get my bag. I need my bag. This is my bag. Like she couldn't even tell Gambi what it was for. Like, I just need my bag. Like, it'd be a different story. She was like, Gambi, the cure is in there. But she didn't give a shit about the cure. She was like, my bag, because it's just the green lights. I don't know why I made Lynn sound like Martin's mama for some reason. I don't know. And so that's how the episode ends, with Henderson and Jefferson going there, about to take back their city as a whole, since they took back the building. Now, we do have one more episode left. And that is the episode next Monday, which is right before Crisis, which, if you have not seen the promos, will show Jefferson fighting the alternate version of Jennifer. So they will start to learn more about parallel universes and the multiverse. And this will be even what pulls in Jefferson into the fold, because if you remember, he officially gets brought into the Flash's episode. And the Flash, being John Wesley's ship, is said to be a part of this one. So I can't wait. I am so excited for it, and I want to know what you think in the comments below, all right? Let me know. Are you still rocking with this show? Can you believe that we are here coming towards crisis and the anticipation that has been built up and all these heroes coming together and Black Lightning being a part of it? Let me know your thoughts, all right? Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Mr. J Washington. That's MRJAY. You should know how to spell Washington. Make sure you're joining my Supervillain Squad on Patreon, patreon.com/Mr. J Washington. And check out the Man Titan podcast everywhere you get your podcasts from, because I get you caught up on everything that is happening in the Marvel and DC live action and cinematic universes. It is barbershop talk for nerds, so come on in the convo, all right? I'll holler at y'all later. Till then, take care. I'm out of here. Peace.